Hi, you guys. It's Wendy coming to you with a project share. No, I haven't lost my mind. Yes, this is a Christmas journal, but this was actually supposed to be done before Christmas. And the person who commissioned it was gracious enough, knowing that I was kind of in over my head with the number of journals that I took on. And so she was really sweet and said that she was fine with getting it. Well, technically, she said she was fine getting it in January, and here we are in February. So, you know. Anyway, I did want to go ahead and share this. The book I altered is The Zone of Interest. Ideally, I had a different title in mind for this, but when I went to alter it, the spine wasn't strong enough, so I had to go with this one. But I'm really, to be honest, I really, really like this cover. It's probably one of my favorite covers that I've ever done. I think it's really beautiful with all the different flowers. This is from a greeting card. I think these are called yo-yos, and somebody sent these to me. I think people quilt with these. Somebody will have to tell me. Anyway, vintage image. Of course, I've got my little tassel here that has reds and greens in it, but I think it turned out really beautifully. Inside, I have this wallpaper. It's like a folder, file folder per se. It's been stitched, and of course there's plenty of space for adding items here, and there's a journaling card, and then that folds up. This came from one of my crafty magazines, and I turned it into a pocket and a tag. I utilized some little scraps to make this house. We have a little envelope that actually says "Make a Wish" underneath it. I thought that was really cute. Some sheet music, this really pretty handmade paper, the inside of a greeting card. This is these really beautiful envelopes with the deckled edge I got at a thrift store back in the day. These are name placeholders, I guess, for the dinner table. I got these at a thrift store. Made a little pocket here. Used some notebook paper that I have dyed. Ledger paper. This came from one of the old crafty magazines. I thought that was pretty cute. This pocket that I created came from images from a craft magazine. And here you can see the embossed paper I got from some Happy Mail that says Merry Christmas. And a greeting card. Inside of a greeting card for my place to write here. This is from one of my thrifted books. I thought that was really pretty in a jelly print. This is thrifted. This is actually a set of stationery that you're supposed to run through your copier. And look at this fun little paper clip here. I think it's really pretty. Another spot to write. Tons of spaces to write, of course, as is my goal. Initials here. A pocket. This came from the Audubon Society. All those envelopes that they send asking for donations usually have got fun little bookmarks and notepads and different things, and most people probably throw those away, and I of course save those things. An envelope, ledger paper, a fun little card. This came from the front matter of another book that I've altered. Phone message pad. This is inside of a greeting card. This is the outside of a greeting card, and you'll notice that I have that flower on the front. A recipe card. Greeting card. This folds out for writing. A lot of this Christmas scrapbook paper I got this summer from a neighbor who basically was she knew I was making these books, and she gave me a whole bunch of her scrapbook paper. And so slowly, as projects arise, I have been making use of that. So that was really nice. Here's a handmade envelope I made from one of my crafty magazines. I think those craft magazines were from 2006, if that tells you what a pack rat I am about these things. So it's kind of nice to finally make use of things. Another greeting card. This fun little tag that opens up for writing. An old school Santa. Old world, I guess. A paint chip card. Another paint chip card that actually is a tuck spot for something to go behind it. Envelope. This came from the Crafty magazine. This fun little almost pixelated greeting card that I got at a thrift store, and they're just blank. I thought those were fun. Crafty magazine and a tuck spot. Little pocket I created. This came from a Dollar Tree book, and I think you're supposed to put your little 4x6 or 3x5 photos in these little photo corners. But it's really pretty handmade paper, so I included that. This was kind of fun. I thought, well, I think. But I made a spool of thread, of course, with the red ribbon and the green little spool. That came to me in Happy Mail, that little spool. I thought it was pretty cute. A pocket. This is also a pocket. This came from a Crafty magazine, and I turned it into a journaling spot. Crafty magazine, backed it with the inside of a Christmas card. Here's another tuck spot, a handmade envelope. This is also a pocket. Some really beautiful papers in here, and this came to me at Christmas time. It was a coloring book. Trivia is that I'm not really into coloring. I find it really frustrating, and so pretty much any coloring books end up in my journals. Pretty envelope. This particular fellow here. There's another handmade envelope. Some jelly printing. This is a tuck spot, and technically it's a double tuck spot if you wanted to put things in here. Greeting card. Children's book. These are the little golden books. I have many of them and want to start making more use of them, but they have some really beautiful images. Another envelope. This came from Rudolph, of course. And here you see Rudolph. Here's a little pocket with the tag, Crafty magazine image. This is the front of a card that I've turned into a pocket. It's beautiful scrapbooking paper that, again, my neighbor brought over to me. Also a pocket. I left these blank. Didn't really want to mess with them, to be honest. Here we have a little photo card that you could open up to write in, and of course you can tuck a photo there. And then my back page is actually kind of a file folder sort of thing, where again you could kind of tuck things. I left the back just its own green original self. Decided to just put the main focus on the front of the book. But yeah, I think it turned out really beautifully. Certainly, kind of odd to see in February, but also getting me in the mood to deal with red items for the sake of Valentine's and just that whole February vibe. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon when I get my next journal done. All right, take care. Bye-bye.